Mastering Service Design Studios. Service Design Studio exists to fuel business results, or it's just a fancy waste of time. What is the purpose and scope of its Service Design Studio, and how does it align with its own overall goals and objectives, in order to ensure operational excellence and drive business results? To ensure operational excellence and drive business results, a Service Design Studio must be aligned with the organization's overall goals and objectives. This alignment is critical to delivering services that meet customer needs, improve customer satisfaction, and increase revenue. Firstly, the Service Design Studio must have a clear understanding of the organization's overall vision, mission, and strategy. This involves identifying the organization's target market, its unique value proposition, and its competitive landscape. The Service Design Studio must also be aware of the organization's short-term and long-term goals, as well as its key performance indicators, KPIs. Once the Service Design Studio has a thorough understanding of the organization's overall goals and objectives, it can begin to align its own goals and objectives with those of the organization. This involves identifying the specific services that the Service Design Studio will provide, and how those services will contribute to the organization's overall success. The Service Design Studio must also establish its own KPIs, which will be used to measure its performance and progress towards achieving its goals and objectives. In addition to aligning its goals and objectives with those of the organization, the Service Design Studio must also establish a clear governance structure and decision-making process. This involves identifying the roles and responsibilities of team members, as well as the decision-making authorities and escalation procedures. The governance structure and decision-making process must be transparent, efficient, and effective, and must ensure that decisions are made in a timely and informed manner. To ensure operational excellence, the Service Design Studio must also establish clear processes and procedures for service design and delivery. This involves developing and documenting standard operating procedures, SOPs, for each stage of the service design and delivery process, from ideation and design to testing and iteration. The Service Design Studio must also establish quality control mechanisms to ensure that services are delivered to a high standard and meet customer needs. Furthermore, the Service Design Studio must have the necessary resources and capabilities to deliver services effectively. This involves identifying the skills and expertise required to deliver each service, and ensuring that team members have the necessary training and development opportunities to acquire those skills. The Service Design Studio must also have access to the necessary tools and technologies to support service design and delivery, such as design thinking tools, prototyping software, and project management tools. To drive business results, the Service Design Studio must also establish a feedback loop to measure customer satisfaction and feedback. This involves collecting and analyzing customer feedback data, identifying areas for improvement, and implementing changes to services to meet customer needs. The Service Design Studio must also establish a continuous improvement process, which involves regularly reviewing and refining services to ensure they remain relevant, effective, and efficient. In terms of metrics and KPIs, the Service Design Studio must establish clear and measurable targets for service design and delivery. This involves setting targets for customer satisfaction, service quality, and process efficiency, as well as targets for revenue growth and profitability. The Service Design Studio must also establish a dashboard to track and measure performance against these targets, and to identify areas for improvement. Finally, the Service Design Studio must have a clear communication plan to ensure that stakeholders are informed and engaged throughout the service design and delivery process. This involves developing a stakeholder map to identify key stakeholders and their interests, as well as a communication plan to ensure that stakeholders receive regular updates and progress reports. In summary, to ensure operational excellence and drive business results, a Service Design Studio must be aligned with the organization's overall goals and objectives, have a clear governance structure and decision-making process, establish clear processes and procedures for service design and delivery, have the necessary resources and capabilities, establish a feedback loop to measure customer satisfaction and feedback, and have a clear communication plan. By following these steps, the Service Design Studio can deliver services that meet customer needs, improve customer satisfaction, and increase revenue, ultimately driving business results and contributing to the organization's overall success.